Hello everyone, Skippy here, and I'm gonna be starting a tutorial series on how to beat Grey Goo on hard difficulty with all bonus objectives. Um, and now, before I get started, this a lot of people say that this game is very difficult in this campaign, and they'd be right. It is, it is pretty difficult, but this is very much a game that you have to come in with the right strategy. And so some of these missions that a lot of people have trouble on are actually quite easy once you know what you're doing with this game. At the very least, hopefully as a result of these tutorials, more people will have the Completionist achievement that I have just recently gotten. Um, I have already beaten all these campaign missions on hard and gotten all bonus objectives, so I do know for most of them a strategy that will get you through and is good enough to be doable. Um, Not all of them are ideal, but they all work. Some of them do require, when I did it, did require me to turtle quite a bit. Moving on, we are going to start with mission 1, and we're just going to work our way through all these missions through subsequent videos. That's going to be real fun, especially when we get through Goo, because, well, I suck with Goo, but we will persevere anyways. So we're going to start with Hunter's Valley, and I expect this is going to be a very easy mission. We're going to be playing on hard difficulty, as seen here, and we're going to go ahead and begin mission. I'm going to skip as much of the story stuff as possible, just in case you, as a player, want to know how to beat a mission, but you don't want to know what the outro or anything is. So I'm going to skip all that. There's going to be spoiler alert in there, obviously, because we can't skip all the dialogue, but we can skip enough of it to where you're not getting too much. At least where I can. Now, this mission is very, very simple. I expect anyone can beat this. I mean, it's the easiest mission in this entire campaign. But for the sake of completeness and for the sake of starting somewhere, we're going to start with this mission. Let's go and skip that. So pretty simple. We just start up with getting our factory set up. Once that's done, we're just going to get a refinery set up. Once we get that done, we're going to get a factory set up. We're just going to start producing a few commandos. Oh, wrong one. Getting used to these hotkeys here still. Interestingly enough, you don't need too high of an APM to be good at this campaign. You just need it really comes down more to strategy than being fast. With the exception of maybe the Goo, you don't need to have an insane APM to beat these missions. You just need to have a good build order and a good sense of what you're doing in this campaign. So we're going to build a few commandos and and a stalker. The first few units that come through here are just going to be some really, really damaged daggers. So our commandos will be able to make short work of them. Then we're going to start running into some more full health ones, and we're going to want to have some predators around for that. We're going to go ahead and build... We don't really need to build a silo, but I like to build one anyways. But first we're going to build a factory. We're going to need that. And I like to have a silo just in case. We have plenty of resources, so we're not going to lose anything. Now, they did a pretty neat trick in this campaign. It's a trick I quite like. They simulate time delay in these beginning missions by having broken terrain here and having the units try to get through it first. So we're going to go ahead and drag these guys back, and we're just going to... Hopefully they'll follow. No, they won't. Now this is finished, we're going to go ahead and auto-build predators. And then we're going to auto-build commandos out of here. And we're going to give them the same rally point. And we're just going to wait for our units to build up a little bit. I'm going to want at least maybe 2 more commandos and another predator before we start going on, because there's going to be a tank up here, and we kind of want to take that out quickly. And these, well, stalkers, these stalkers are good for that. I keep calling them predators. I'm sorry. Maybe one more commando, just to be safe. Currently have 4. Yeah, let's go for 5. Alright, let's bring them out. Let's go ahead and command move them into here. And then we're going to engage this tank and try to stay in the brush. That way this tank doesn't engage us until this dagger comes through. And by that time, the tank's already dead. I'm going to get these units up here real quick. Keep that guy there, we don't need him just yet. We'll start moving these units up a little bit. Now, when you enter this area, be sure not to come too far into this side, or you will trigger the AI waves that come through, and that could be troublesome to deal with at this point, because we haven't built up very much, and yeah, it'll be painful. You want to keep some units in this bush right here, because enemies have a tendency to go by and go through there. And having units here will help kill those units before they come to your base. Sometimes it's also worth having a group down here at your base to defend, because the AI doesn't seem to really attack up here until you expand out. So we're going to go ahead and build 2 refineries. Go ahead and build one on this 13 spigot. And that's a small hub, that's not the right one. And we'll build another right by here. You can't really build one on this area. I've tried, and it just doesn't work for some reason. Now you're going to stall your economy for a little bit, and that's fine. There's no rush or anything. No units going to be coming through here for very soon. We have time to build up. If you wish, you can go ahead and pause your factories to make things a little bit faster, but it shouldn't really matter too much. And once you get a little bit of money saved up, then you can start building out. So we're going to go ahead and start doing that because we don't need anything else. We're going to build it over here. And we're going to build 4 factories. I'm going to have them all rally to the same point. I wish you could queue up your units in here while the factories are building. That would help a little bit more on the macro management side of things, without reducing potential for micro, if you want that, for some reason. But I do wish that you could queue up a unit in here, just so you can have it, build it, get everything set up with it, and not have to worry about it anymore. Kind of like how you can do it with small hubs, you can build out structures. I wish you could do the same thing for factories. That would be a really nice addition. Alright, coming through here, we can go ahead and send our unit up. The AI seems scripted to do that, to where as you're building up, they'll send out their units. Well, that would extend these units up here that we've built up down here. And we'll set 2 to build commandos, and the other 2 to build stalkers. Oops, that's not a stalker. And we'll build a small force to push over into this main base down here. Now I like to send these forces over to this area. Now in this bush, move your units sort of in here, but don't have them attack order this wall. And the reason to do that is they will attack it automatically, but they will stop to engage any units that come by as they come through. If I were just to attack this wall, they would ignore any units, and you don't want that. You want them to stop anything that comes through there. And I kind of use that as a metric to see if I've built up enough. Once they start getting through this wall and everything, then that tells me I have enough units back here. Move these guys up here too, to help out just a little bit. Alright, now we should have enough of force built up over here. Alright, now we can start bringing them down over here. Now they have an artillery piece over here, as you can see that. And that kind of ruins your day a little bit. We're going to try and go over there quickly. Of course, that's not going to happen. But we have the units, so it doesn't matter. Now, you can go ahead and plop down a factory for this area. And you can go ahead and pop down a small hub for this repair pad in case you want that. And go ahead and take out that artillery piece. Don't worry about taking losses. We don't really need to worry about them too much. And once this comes up, you can use this repair pad to heal your units up a little bit in case you need to. And go ahead and just build a Predator, and you can also build a Cloudburst if you want to. Take out those scouts, but you don't need to. Alright. Heat it up a little bit. We can start pushing into their main base. You have enough units here, so we don't really need to worry about losses too much. And we have units back here too, we've been building up. Go ahead and get in there. And just like I had the bonus objective. Now, don't worry about this heavy sentinel. Take out the conduit, and it shall power down. Don't listen to Saruk. He doesn't know shit about commanding. And then take out those supporting units, and then send your other units up to take out the rest. We'll start getting up in there. Send some units to take out those power conduits. You're going to want to take out this one, and then you're also going to want to take out the silo back here. Don't worry if you lose your units. We have more. Let's go ahead and destroy this factory. Gonna try building a heavy sentinel in a place without power. Very smart AI. Very smart. I wouldn't have thought to do that for obvious reasons. Let's go ahead and start taking out. Once that's done, start taking out some of these extra buildings or the HQ or whatever, and that'll be mission complete. It goes to refinery, and then there goes the factory. You only need to destroy all refineries and factories, and let's destroy this one. All refineries, all factories, and the HQ for the mission to be won. Alright, and that's it. I hope this video was helpful, and yeah. See you guys next time.